man. We doing good things. You know what I'm saying? We back in the studios, yes.
Back in the studios,
the studios. He got this clean shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I said I'm a coordinate.
You got the coordinate. Don't stop there. Don't stop there. The hat too. Coordinate.
Bam.
White and gray. Hey man, it's clean though. You know what I'm saying? You came and got your discount, man.
Yeah, I did. You know, I was at Sears and they had a closeout sale. So I closed out.
They was closed all the way out.
Yeah, right?
Man, you know what? You know what show it is. You know what time it is, man. It's the Two Ball Brother. Hey man, I tell you, I'm not bragging about you, but every day you get better, man. It's like it's the harmony. You know, a lot of people say, man, we balance each other.
They say
out,
that. You know you like the tenor,
yeah,
and I'm the alto.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I said it too.
That was breathy too. I said it too. I said it too.
Yeah, I'm working on myself.
Hey man, it's good though. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy, Mr. Ant Davis, and I'm always with the illustrious. You know, let them know who you is.
What up, y'all? It's JT Turner in the building, man.
JT motherfreaking Turner in the building.
Oh, nice. You scared me like right there.
Did you curse? You ain't supposed to be cursing.
Pastor James was gonna call in and be like,
now you know you're not supposed to be cursing on the line. Hey man, I watched my favorite movie yesterday before we get into our conversation, man.
All right, what movie?
Coming to America.
Oh, I saw you posted on your.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it in a while,
yeah,
man.
You were like, how was it? I haven't seen it in a minute.
You know, I had to,
because it coming out. We already know a part 2, so we, you know, Ann and I are kind of on the fence of that.
We should do a movie review about that one too. We should watch it and definitely have that conversation.
Oh, we're gonna have a combo.
Yeah, because I'm kind of, it's kind of scaring me a little bit. Just a little bit.
It looks questionable because, but this could be an opposite effect. Remember back in the days, the trailer would be amazing, but the movie would be half. So I'm just hoping that the trailer was the half part,
yeah, can you
and
flip
the movie
over all the way?
Right, the movie would be the whole. So we'll see. I wish I was in it though.
Man, I wish I was too.
I was supposed to be in it.
Me too. I was gonna play African number 2. It is okay for me to sit down as long as I come on the bus right away.
I was going to be the janitor number 5. Janitor number 5.
First the lettuce, then the fries, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in.
Oh man!
Hey, but you know what? You know, Jay and I are gonna try something new. We've been doing top 5s for a while. We want to give that a break, and we're gonna get on some movie reviews.
Movie reviews, y'all.
Yeah. So Jay had a good idea about doing some movie reviews. So we're gonna do our first movie review today.
Yeah, man, I'm excited too, and it's
me too.
Now, just remember, we're gonna be doing all movies, you know, but this happens to be Black History Month, so we will do all black cast movie.
All black. There was a couple of whites.
There was a couple of whites. Oh yeah, more than a couple of. When the guns start raining out, it was light skinned all over the place.
So our movie review for this week is Judas and the Black Messiah.
Absolutely.
So we're going to definitely give some parts away just because we both seen it. So if you don't want to watch it, then I suggest you watch the movie first and then you come back and watch our movie.
Or just watch this, but turn your volume down. Keep viewing it and then go
come on back.
And then come on back.
Come on back. So Jay, let's go into the Judas and the Black Messiah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start off. I love the movie.
Okay.
Love the movie. The movie was a good movie. Hands down, probably one of my best. Here's the thing, though.
Okay.
And I would tell this to people that's watching. It's going to make you angry.
It'll make you angry.
It's going to make you angry. You're going to have to. That's why I watched Coming to America afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was mad, man. I was like, if I see one white person, I'm going to snap. But I couldn't really get mad at the white people too much because it's the movie is us too, because you know there's always one black person that is a part of. He said it at the end. He was part of the struggle. Right. He was a person that put them back. You know what I mean? Because he set them up. The guy who was supposed to play Judas. I don't know how to tell you his name, but he set them up. He got into.
I think at this point we could just kind of tell the movie because how can we do a review without telling the movie? So let's just if you haven't seen it, shame on you. You should have seen it.
You should have seen it because it's like what, 2 weeks now, or a week and a half maybe
at least us kind of telling you bits and parts will compel you to watch it.
Yeah. So the story is really good. It's about Fred Hampton.
Fred Hampton,
one of the amazing motivational speakers for his time with the Black Panthers and stuff like that.
I would say civil rights activist. He'll say motivational.
Yeah, motivation, for the other people, for the other side. He's a very great motivational speaker, and for us, he's civil rights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he
now Fred Hampton. Just not to jump in on you.
No.
I've actually known the history of Fred Hampton.
You know what's crazy? I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I grew up in a all white school.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I didn't really get to learn about Fred Hampton until I went to an all black college.
Oh yeah.
And it was still kind of a little bit of. It wasn't really all of the conversation about Fred Hampton.
Oh, okay, got you. Now my family, I got family in the Bay, so
okay, that's right, because it was settled. No, it was more in the Bay and the Chi, right?
It was the Chi, but the party though, the Black Panther Party, Huey Newton was the Bay Area, by the way. So they had the Black Panthers was in Oakland as well. So
because JT was a part of the Black Panthers. He came out the womb.
I was part of the Beige Panthers. And,
the Beige Panthers, the light skinned brothers of the world.
We was the knockoff. We was like, what was the Living Color when they had the Guardian Angels, but they had something else.
Yeah, I remember that.
3-bird whale squirrel, come on in. 54. But no, so I knew about Fred Hampton,
right.
And the ties, and I actually saw a documentary about Malcolm X, and they put Fred Hampton's story in there as well.
Okay.
And him being, we know what happened to him in the movie, so I don't want to say that part, but for those that didn't, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was just a good movie about Fred Hampton, about how he was helping the black people. I didn't know and this is where history always confuses us, because they make them seem like they're outlaws,
right,
rebels, and
the history of the party.
Yeah. They always make it seem like that for them,
right?
But I didn't know that they were giving back to the community, feeding the kids, doing a lot of things for the struggle.
Yeah, man.
And so that part kind of was enlightening, because I was like, man, they always talk about the other black historians that have done so much, but the Black Panther Party was doing so much in their neighborhoods,
in their community. And the reason how the Black Panthers actually came about, and if those that don't know, is that back in the days, police would just come in the neighborhood and harass people and beat them up, because they can get away with it, right? So the Black Panthers came together and said, what we're organizing is to stop police from coming in our neighborhoods. Like, they're like, we'll police our own neighborhoods. Don't come here harassing us, beating us up. We'll police our own neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they were actually, at that time, they were able to bear arms too.
Oh, that's what's up. Because they had everything. AK-47, Mac 10s.
I don't know if those ones were illegal, but they were able to, the state at the time was able to bear arms and all that stuff. So
I feel like in the movie they had tons of guns though. It was all types of guns. I was like, where y'all get all these guns from?
I know. And I go in my little drawer and I'm like, is this what I got? I got a musket,
You got a musket.
And a revolver.
Hey, you got better than me. I got a Nerf gun. That's about it. Put that down. Pew pew.
But the Black Panthers, man, they was doing a lot for the community. Like you said, they used to have a food program. They were setting up things for sickle cell too. They didn't go into that actually. Okay. But you can check that out too. They had their own their own not physicians, but they had their own healthcare centers where people could get healthcare. It was a good setup.
Yeah, it was definitely a good set. So, like I said, the story is about Fred Hampton, and Fred Hampton was this amazing civil rights leader. And at the point of the movie, they had one of the people, he was in trouble. He was in trouble with the law. And then he decided, the police was like, we want to get Fred Hampton. We're tired of what he's doing. They didn't really, and this is the thing about white America that sometimes bothers me, is they don't get the whole factuals. They get the rebellion part, or the go against what they're doing,
right? Because they don't understand why this happened.
Yeah. So they automatically go against,
right?
So in the top of the movie, it shows them they're after Fred Hampton.
Correct.
We need somebody to get after this dude,
to infiltrate
by any means necessary.
Right.
So they got this guy, the black guy. He decides, I forgot his name in the movie.
Lee. I forgot his name in the movie as well. Actually, and that sucks.
It's something Lee though.
Something
I think,
Lee in it.
Yeah. So he decides. So after they arrested him because he was robbing cars, they decided to make him infiltrate the Black Panther system. So to be inside of the camp
Correct.
and try to see how they could get him on gun. I mean, they were trying to everything. I think the first time Fred Hampton got arrested was because he supposedly had some toys that he didn't pay for or something like that.
Oh yeah, as a kid. Yeah.
Like I was like, man, they were finding everything to take the man down, man. So it was, like I said, it was definitely a good movie across the board. I liked
it, man. I appreciated it. I liked it. You know what? It's like sometimes people say, man, you know, why they always going in the back? Why they bringing up the past? But you got to understand, the past is, we're still living in this era. So we were talking about, you know, they're talking about police violence or just the system being very unfair, and we're still here. And back in the days, if anybody knows what redlining is, what they did purposely for redlining, meaning that they specifically stoked off areas for it was just like modern day segregation. Like they want the blacks to live here, they want the Caucasians to live here, they want the Latino. You know, it was just it was called redlining. So you couldn't live in these neighborhoods,
right? And
the white neighborhoods, equity was more. They had, you know, they was more.
They was balling.
It was more pricey.
Yeah, they had money.
It wasn't. And honestly, bro, it wasn't about that. It was about because remember, you know, black society used to be thriving as well. You know what I mean? Just like we just talked about the party, you know, they were thriving. You know, they had things going on, but they felt like at the time, and I know a lot of people don't reflect the same view, but at the time they felt like the black people coming together was a bad thing. It was just like, oh my God, they're, you know, the power, because there's power in unity.
We look like a gang.
We look like a gang. And remember, Fred Hampton, he didn't just go in the black neighborhoods to unite. Remember, he went to the actual to the South.
He did go to the South.
He went to the South. They
was having a whole meeting.
They were having
He walked up in there.
And he walked in there, and they were struggling. And he was like, "Look, y'all broke too, like y'all." And then the Latinos. Yeah. And he went there, and they were like, "You know what? Police killing our people too."
Yeah.
And and this is the thing, and it's been like that in times, you know, back in the King's times. What they do is they have all the peasants fighting while they're busy making, you know, all the decisions and the money. That's how it's been for a long time.
I said it too, man. It's what the white people did. They put another black person in the camp,
infiltrating,
to destroy us, rather than, you know, and they just sit up there and be like, all right, as soon as you're done, just let us know and then we'll come clean up the mess, man. But that's how they put us. They fought us, and that's what I said. That's what I hated about the movie is they once again put two black people, and this is how we are now. Well, they put us at each other's throats instead of just saying, let's work together, right? You know what I'm saying, and make this happen for greater good. And the dude, I want to say to the guy, felt ashamed after he did what he did, because
man,
he committed.
I ain't gonna tell.
No, you can tell it.
Yeah, you're right. He actually ended up, after he did that interview. So they actually showed the interview at the end where he was like the real him talking. He actually committed suicide later on. After that, like a day or two. I forgot what they said, like a couple of days or something.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's talk about first. So we'll do this. We'll do this in order. We'll talk about the story. Okay. How was the story written for you? Then we'll talk about the characters. How was the characters? How did they show the whole thing? And then we'll talk about your overall rating of the movie. So let's talk about story first. What did you think about the story? I
think the story was pretty good. Do you know who wrote that?
No,
movie?
I don't
know. The comedy twins. Oh man, I forgot.
Oh,
so the Lucas brothers or something like that.
Okay, they wrote that.
Yeah, they wrote that. They actually pitched it, because I looked at when it was over. I looked at the backstory. They actually pitched it to. I think it was, who was it? They pitched it to, and they picked it up. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, we struggle with names all the time.
We do all the time.
It's Chris and his brothers. The two brothers.
They pitched it, and they were like, "Oh, this is a great story. This needs to be." Some exec was like, "This is a great story. We need to do this." When they start excelling in comedy, then they pitched it because they had a little bit more power, right? And then so I feel like the story was written very well. I feel like I wish it could go deeper.
Yeah, me too.
It makes sense.
Me too. No. It did, because I wanted to. they were talking about, and we got to figure out that dude's name. But they did more of his story, and I wanted to kind of delve into Fred a little bit more. I feel like Fred was just it was the outside looking in. It was never like, let's go deeper into what's going on. So
did you know the guy that actually played the?
I'm gonna look him up while we talking. But go ahead.
Well, I know the actor's name, but I forgot.
The name of the guy.
Yeah, the
in
name
the
of
movie.
the guy. Well, that guy was. The actor for that movie, Lakeith, he was supposed to be
William O'Neill.
Okay. And that guy, Lakeith, that played William O'Neill, he was supposed to. He was first. He when they sought after, hey, do you want to be in this movie, the Fred Hampton movie? He was like, all right. He said he was preparing for the Fred Hampton role.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then they found they were like, nah, man, we want you to play Mr. O'Neill, you know what I mean? William O'Neill. He was like, "What? I don't want to be the, I don't want to be the person that brings everything down." So he had to really get into character. For that.
Yeah. I mean, but he, like I said, we'll go to characters next. But story wise, it was good. I would say, I was like you. I wanted it to be a little bit. I mean, of course, we only have 2 hours, so it was only
Correct.
2. It was
only
2
hours.
It was 2 hours, man.
It was all 2 hours.
It was
too,
all of 2 hours. When you be like, oh, what's the time? What the time is?
Sun up, sundown.
Because I think I started watching the movie about 7 o'clock, and I was like, wait a minute, it's like 9 something now. It's time for bed. My eyes is blinking at the end. But I would say the story was good, but I will agree with you, Jay. I wish it would have went a little bit more in depth with Fred Hampton as a story. But I get it. They were only trying to find little points here and there. So story good. Definitely. I give it probably like maybe an A minus, maybe, because like I said, the story was missing some parts on just the clarity of, not clarity, but in depth with the situation. So story for me, A minus. What about you?
Story for me, I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a B. Just gonna give it a B.
You went down.
Yeah, I'm just being honest.
Sheesh, they didn't make the honor roll.
I'm whatever the guy named that was on Kyle or Court. What was his name? The guy on.
We're terrible.
We're terrible.
I don't know why we even bring up.
I'm sorry. What we talking about? The reason why I'm saying a B is because, like we said, 2 hours. Want to dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah, most definitely.
But the setup was still nice.
Setup was good
because it put a lot of stuff in perspective, man. And this is a true story. And you know how people will be like, oh well, all people always make movies. Black people make movies that this and that and that. But this was a good story. And back in the days, you got to understand. It's a little bit different right now. Like, people that represent us are not yelling out the pigs or blah 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 per se, in their speeches. But back then, bro, like if you don't understand, because my grandma was 96 years when she was born. I mean, 96 years before. I was
she came out the womb like Benjamin Button.
She did.
I'm old already. I'm gonna be younger.
She was 96 when she died. So the stories that she told me, bro.
Yeah, she grew up in that time,
bro.
Yeah.
She's originally from New York, but she came out of L.A. when she graduated. I mean, to L.A. when she graduated college. Yeah. Thank God she was a college grad. Can you believe that?
That's dope.
She was a maid, homie. But anyways, so to hear the stories and then to see it on film, it's man, it's crazy. Definitely. And the people that watch it now that don't understand are like, oh man, that's back in. But dude, that shaped where we're at now.
Yeah,
bro.
most definitely.
And we're still fighting those things. So I'm gonna still give it a B. The reason why
you kind of pushed it up, but so you might want to give it a B plus now because you were pushing it up.
No, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna give it B because giving something an A is meaning that it's over the top where I'm just like, oh my god, this for me personally. Yeah. So I'm just gonna give it a B. That doesn't mean it's bad. B is a very healthy grade.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I gave it A minus is because two things is that it was long. It was a little long. Okay. And then
I like long movies if it's interesting.
Sometimes I do. Okay. And then just like I said, and then sometimes just the story. Just I want to be more on Fred. That's really why I gave it A minus. Okay, well, so let's talk about characters. What you think? Did you think that they embodied the roles of the people that they were supposed to play? Like, do you think like there was somebody like, it was kind of weak? Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm gonna start with the villains first. The
Doofenshmirtz, that's what it is. The first thing I thought about villains is Doofenshmirtz. I don't know. And the whole tri-state areas.
What is it at? What up? So let me start with the villains. The guy that they had working for the FBI that coordinated.
Oh yeah, Roy Mitchell.
department. That dude was amazing. Like that dude right there, I hated him.
Yeah,
like the whole movie.
Wait,
like,
did you? Are you talking about Roy Mitchell? Or are you talking about the dude who played J. Edgar Hoover?
No, not J. Edgar Hoover, because anybody could play J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
Like, that's a standard role. But the guy that infiltrated, only reason why, because he had the face of he had the face
did.
of just, I'm sorry, but like a racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did.
He played that part to the like.
He had racism all in his chin.
But then they gave him in his chin.
It's racism right here, right in here.
But then they gave him a little leadway when they start talking about his daughter. Like they made him do that, right?
Yeah,
like at the end, like he felt like a little bit like, but then he ended up doing. So I think his character was he played a great role.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Now I'm still on the Keith, which played William O'Neill. Keith, I think he did okay. Now I the reason why is because when it first started, I was kind of on the ropes with him. Like he started off a little slow, and then as he got into it, it was like, yeah, he really liked this.
Yeah.
Like he really liked this.
Yeah.
So, and then the main, I'm just gonna go over just four characters.
Cool.
I apologize.
Yeah.
And then the guy from the Black Get Out and the Black Panther.
Oh, yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. Well, I forgot he has a tough name.
Daniel and Kalula. Yeah, we gonna mess that name up.
So Daniel.
Yeah, we just gonna need to keep it at Daniel. Glad he had a good first name, not a good first name, but a name that we could recognize.
I want you to really watch. I'm gonna shoot this movie, and you can see Fred Hampton in action. He tried his best, but he wasn't Fred Hampton.
Really?
Yeah, fam. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you which one to watch.
Okay.
So no disrespect to him, this guy's phenomenal, by the way. I mean, he's he really talks with an accent like that, and then he was like, "Preach power to the people."
Yeah, he switched it up. Yeah,
he switched it. He has the ability to do that. So he did all right. But now let me go to the lady that played his wife. I really dug her.
Yeah.
I really dug her because she was simple. She fit her role, and she played her part. I think she played her part really well. That's just me.
Yeah.
So that's my critique on the
characters.
On the characters, obviously there was many more, but I just went with the four, the ones that we saw on the most.
So I'm gonna tell you who I really liked, and you didn't say him, and he played a really minor role, and like he's like just a good comedian. So I was surprised.
Please don't say Lil Rel.
He did a good.
What?
He did a good job as the pimp, man. Like I was impressed, man. I was definitely impressed.
You know why he was in that movie?
Of course.
Okay.
But I mean, like for
Lil Rel, first of all, you the man, by the way.
Yeah,
your role was okay.
For his little minor role, man, he did good.
I think it was whack.
Nah, he did good, man. It was.
You could have played that, homie.
I mean, of course, a lot of us could have played.
I mean, come on.
Comedians play pimps, cops. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like we didn't need Lil Rel there.
He did good, man. I'm gonna give him a strong grade. I thought he good. I was definitely not surprised he wasn't in it, because when I saw Daniel, I saw Lakeith, I was like, it's gonna be Lil Rel.
Lil Rel go pop up out of nowhere. Can you play an FBI agent? No, they didn't have any black ones. Pimp, boom, there you go.
Boom, you got it. But yeah, I liked him in it, and then I definitely like Lakeith, man. He's growing on me. He's a phenomenal actor. As an actor, man, he's definitely growing on me.
He's a thespian, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. Just his progression, man. Because he was fighting with himself. He was fighting I want to be for them, but I know that I'm trying to get out of this. So you could tell
he was making a little money too.
But you could tell
he made how much? 200?
Probably so.
You didn't watch the end.
No, he did make 200,000.
He did.
But you could tell he was, and that's what I like about acting is that fight. You could tell all the way through the movie.
He's a good actor.
He was going here, then he was like, I don't want to do this, but I need to do this because I might get in trouble.
Right.
That was dope to me.
Yeah, no, he's a great actor, but I still gave him okay.
You did. Daniel, this is where the speeches were killer, like when he did the speeches, but like I said, maybe it's because they weren't really on his story too much, which is surprising because it was about him, but I didn't get to see as much as I wanted to see on him. So but Daniel is definitely a phenomenal actor. He's definitely top in our time. There was
can I comment real quick?
Yeah.
I think they went on Lakeith's role a little bit because the title was Judah
the Black Messiah. Yeah.
Judah and the Black Messiah. So it was kind of like seeing Judas, and we already know what's up with Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted to kind of go a little bit of what was the fight that Judas had to make him, betray Jesus. So it was kind of like that, I think. So that was a good little twist.
And then lastly, I like the young guys. the young guys, Jake Winters and Larry Robertson. Remember they were the young dudes. And
hey, one of them played on Just Mercy.
Yeah,
with Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he came in that shop so cool. Hey, what y'all doing? Pow pow. I was like, Jesus, bro, you love them bullets.
Hey, homie, he got gunned down though.
He did.
He came down. Man.
Well, I thought he was gonna die there.
Oh, you're right.
Him to the hospital, and
then
they killed him.
See, that's the time that these people lived in, and people like these people are savages.
Yeah,
you know, the system has a way of turning things around. The system will kick you in the butt all day.
Kick you in the butt,
and the minute you strike back, they like, look, it's just like a foul on football. You never get the first guy; they always get the second guy.
And then lastly, Roy Mitchell. Like I said, I definitely did like the racism dude. Like he just embodied racism. Like when he was in the church. Remember, he was in the church. He was clapping. He was like,
oh yeah. And he had his little beanie.
Yeah, I was like, dang, bro, he's scary. That's racism. That's evil.
That's evil.
It was all in his chin, face, eyes, nose. It was just racism.
Right. And remember when he jumped up and his "Make America Great Again" red hat fell off? No, I was kidding.
Trump is there too. Golly.
I was just kidding.
All right, so we talked about story. We talked about character. Lastly, the whole thing in its entirety. What'd you give it overall, man?
Overall, I'll give it a must see. If even no matter where you're at visually or where you're at mentally, well, you know, it doesn't matter. This isn't a race movie. You know, because I watch, you know, any movie if it's good, or I'll tell you if it's good or not. So this has nothing to do with race. I just feel like if you want to sit down and understand, watch this movie.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like I said before earlier, I hated white people after this movie. I called my friend, you want to go out to Costco and just swing on white people,
and then you knew it was your roommate.
Yeah,
never mind.
He was like, dang it, we ain't gonna do nothing. I can't fight good. Glasses I just bought my glasses, so I know that I can't be breaking these. But then after I calmed down, I realized it's more than just the white people in itself. It's us too.
Yeah.
You know, us as a community, man, we just got to work together, and we can't be trying to tear each other down. So, you know, that's what I do, man. I try to work as much as possible so that we can build each other up. You know,
man, that's what it's all about, building each other up. Like we can still clown and be silly, but you know, it was so funny. This is like a true story. Like, so I got some Starbucks this morning, right? And I'm driving, and I saw this brother, and then you know, I'm in my 40s, so I saw him. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And he had his window down. He was like, "Well, what's up?" I was like, "No, bro,
be cool, man.
I'm just trying to say hi."
And that's sad, though.
That is sad.
That's sad because we are like that.
Yeah, we're
everybody's always testy
because you never know.
Other. You know what I'm saying? But you just hit him with the "what's up?" He was about to pull over.
He was about to pull over, but his engine was a little rattling, so I didn't think he wanted to stop.
Come back. Come back, brother.
I'll get you back when you next time.
But yeah, that's our movie review for Two Bald Brothers, man. Like I said, Judas and Black Messiah. Go check it out. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's informative for me because Jay knew all of it, man. I didn't know.
HBO Max.
You know what I'm saying? So check it out wherever you can check it. Pay for it.
Please, we pay for ours.
Yeah, black people, man, they trying to get things for free. Pay for it, enjoy it, and tell other people about it too. Not just black people, white people too, and everybody else.
Yeah, anybody. And then listen, if you can't pay for it, I got the DVDs.
I got the DVDs, bootleg, got the new DMX.